We have two great apartment living options in Brownsville for UTB and TSC students. The Borders Apartments at 375 Medina Luna Road is conveniently located on Highway 7783 and a quarter-mile south of Sunrise Mall. Our second option, Los Cedros Apartments, offers countless comforts and is located at 1025 Wild Rose Lane. For an exclusive discount on your first month's rent, call the Borders Apartments at 546-1605 or Los Cedros at 542-1941. Both offers expire September the 30th. Hello, I'm Jonathan Baldwin, and welcome to the Collegian News.
And I'm Victoria Brito, and here are this week's stories.
Natural gas rates are going up in Brownsville. City reporter Marisol Sanchez has the story.
Here are members of the commission. This is very simply a cost of service adjustment for Texas Gas Service. The other cities in the valley have pretty much already accepted this. The city of McAllen has, city of West Lacoa has, as has the other cities. Every 3 years, the gas company is entitled to have this cost of service adjustment, and we are simply asking that you approve it.
During its meeting last Tuesday, the Brownsville City Commission approved the first reading of an ordinance on the cost of service adjustment. The new rates took effect with the 1st August 2013 billing cycle, according to the ordinance. Residential natural gas rates will increase to 47.1 cents per 100 cubic feet, plus a per meter charge of $11.25 per month, compared with the previous rate of 41.3 cents per 100 cubic feet. In other business, the Commission approved a mutual aid agreement for a critical incident response between the city and Cameron County.
For years, we've worked alongside the SWAT teams and also the Crisis Negotiations Unit. We want to solidify that with both, and this action has to be done in the county as well. And this just solidifies that, they need help, we help them. If we need help, they help us. And that works with our tactical teams and also the Crisis Negotiation Unit.
The agreement says that in the event of major critical incidents such as hostage situations, barricaded suspect situations, and sniper situations, the utilization of the resources of the parties is essential to the safety and welfare of the people of Cameron County. The Commission also conducted the second public hearing on the 2013 ad valorem tax rate of 70 cents per $100 valuation. For the Collegian News, this is Marisol Sanchez.
The Texas Southmost College Board of Trustees has approved the TSC president to authorize non-credit tuition and fees and adopted an ad valorem tax rate for fiscal year 2014. Reporter Alex Rodriguez was there.
The Texas Southmost College Board of Trustees has approved the property tax rate of .162935 cents per $100 valuation for 2013. The amount of taxes levied last year on the average home was $148.36, according to the notice of the public hearing on the tax rate. This year, the levy will total $148.60 on the average home in the TSC tax district. TSC President Lily Tercero reported on the opening of the college. She said Steven Sanchez has been hired as a Director of Workforce Training and Continuing Education. Sanchez previously worked for the University of Texas at Brownsville.
Total number of students receiving financial aid or loans were 2,573. And then you see the breakdown here, Pell Grants, state grants, subsidized and unsubsidized loans, a few scholarships and waivers that are usually state waivers, government waivers, military type waivers. For a total of $9.6 million awarded. The average award per student was $3,747.25. Additionally, financial aid disbursements, you'll notice here, their total number of students receiving a disbursement, 1,729. It came out to a little over $3 million in terms of the amount of the disbursements.
She also reported that 908 of the 1,200 freshmen who registered for orientation attended the session. Sessions for parents were conducted in English and in Spanish. The next TSC board meeting is scheduled at 5:30 p.m. September 19th in Gorgas Hall boardroom. For the Collegian News, I'm Alex Rodriguez.
Many veterans on campus are up in arms about the smaller space they have in which to study and meet with advisors. They told their story to the Collegian and also voiced their concern to the Student Government Association. We have two reports on the issue. First is Collegian editor Clary Quisadas.
UT Brownsville's Veterans Upward Bound program lost more than 1,300 square feet of office when it moved from Tandy Hall to the Student Union this semester, upsetting many of the students who are served by the department. Program Director David F. Rivera said the veterans deserve a bigger space.
So, yeah, it hurts me to see them in an uproar. It really does hurt, and I don't like to see that. And I will tell you that this is not about loyalty to any particular individual.
Rivera said he notified his boss, Vice President for Enrollment Management, Silvia Leal, via email that the space provided at the union was not a functional space for the program and for the services that it provides to the veterans. Leal said most of the departments at UTB are significantly more condensed this semester, but that does not mean that UTB is going to limit services to students, including veterans.
We really value the veterans. As a matter of fact, that's one of our my particular mission and goals, to improve and increase the services. I've only been 3 months at this position. I have told both David Rivera and our coordinator for Veterans Resource Center, Mr. Joe Escobedo, this is a priority for this institution. We need to understand how to increase and improve those services.
UTB graduate student Omar Duque said that without the support of the services Veterans Upward Bound offers, he would not have been able to overcome the depression he experienced after losing his job during the recession.
My wife saw that I was depressed, but she didn't know what to do. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go or what to do. And it wasn't until the recession hit and lost my job that I had the opportunity to come to school. My first idea was just to go back to school. However, my wife suggested college. Again, I come here and I ask for veteran services. They point me to the Veterans Upward Bound, and they took care of everything. But more importantly, meeting all these other veterans and knowing that I wasn't alone lifted that depression.
Other veterans said they are experiencing other difficulties due to the limited space, including Dustin Sanchez, who enlisted in the U.S. Army at age 18 and enrolled at UTB in fall 2009.
They need to stop pushing us under the bus with everything. I understand it's a divorce and it's dirty and it can be problematic for everybody, but when it comes to your soldiers that are coming back from Iraq that are trying to readjust into society, you can't throw them to the wayside just because you need the space for chairs.
Veteran and freshman business major Juan Carlos Ayala's grades have already started to suffer due to the lack of tutoring services provided at their office.
I just right now walked upstairs from failing my first biology quiz because I haven't been able to get a good tutor.
The Veterans Resource Center is now sharing space with the Veterans Upward Bound program, but Leal says that the veterans will not be in the union office permanently.
None of us are in the space, in any of this space forever. You may or may not know that the university plans to expand. So when that expansion begins, we will start to unfold ourselves back out to larger spaces. But for right now, this is the space we have to work with. And my message is that I would like for our veterans to know that that in no way means that we are limiting the services to them.
For the Collegian News, I'm Clary Quesada.
The SGA is looking into a resolution. Here is reporter Victoria Brito.
The university is facing a space crunch as a result of its separation from Texas Southmost College. So veterans have less space for tutoring and other activities. They are asking the Senate to help them solve the space issue.
What hurts is I saw it when I came in. We were in the North Building, and then we moved to Tandy, downsized. I didn't say anything. I was fine. We still had our space. But going from 1,700 square feet to 300, it's ridiculous.
SGA Vice President of Administration Stephanie Mendez said she spoke with the administrators about the issue.
Look, this is what's going on. The storage room that the veterans are requesting, it is critical to run the Gran Salon at the student union. She also said that she doesn't think that the storage is designed to be used as an office. So the next step that I would take is contact Ms. Veronica Mendez, which is in charge of physical plant and of spacing. So that is the next step that we would be able to follow. If Dr. Silva says that there's no space, then maybe Ms. Veronica Mendez has another solution for you.
In other business, the SGA appointed Alexandra Huerta and Angelica Corona as senators for the School of Business and set September 17th as the deadline to declare candidacy for the Senate's Freshman Council. Elections will be held September 23rd through the 25th. For the Collegian News, this is Victoria Brito.
UT Brownsville has welcomed the class of 2017. Victoria Brito files this report.
The convocation marks the beginning of the freshman class's initiation into their college experience. UT Brownsville administrators welcomed dozens of first-year students last Thursday.
Here, your faculty, deans, and professional staff have gathered to support your success. Your deans and administrators are making sure you have the resources you need, from the very best professors in your classrooms to high-tech equipment in the labs to get the most out of your education here.
UT Brownsville President Julia V. Garcia told students she was a first-generation college student.
What wasn't in the introduction, and thank you for that very kind introduction, was that I started out right here. I started out in Brownsville. My father was from Monterrey, my mother was from Harlingen. Sound familiar? And both of them started out here in Brownsville as students, both wanting to go to college, and neither of them got to go. In those days, it was even more of a challenge than it is today. So the point is, regardless of where you start, it's where you end up that is most important.
All speakers urged students to use the resources the university has to offer, such as the library, tutoring centers, and the student health clinic.
Ask for help. If you need a little extra assistance with an English paper or a math assignment, ask for help. We have tutors hired specifically for that purpose. There is free tutoring available every day in the Learning Enrichment Center, located in this building. If you're not feeling well, go to the Student Health Center and ask for help.
Ozzy the Ocelot made an appearance, helping SGA Vice President Stephanie Mendez in ringing the university bell to kick off the semester. Lucky freshman Nancy Andante won the drawing for an iPad in the Passport to Success competition, which required students to familiarize themselves with campus resources. For the Collegian News, this is Victoria Brito. Hundreds of UT Brownsville students ended the first week of classes by gathering at the Student Union for Orange Crush, the premier Welcome Week event. Monica Gudinho tells us what happened.
Students closed books on the first week of classes and rushed for a night of fun at Orange Crush.
The event Orange Crush consisted of inflatable games, door prizes, a hypnotist, a physics circus, students' organization recruitment, and of course, free pizza and soft drinks.
Were you surprised by the name that the students gave the Ocelot?
Yeah, you never know what students are going to select, so I'm glad, I personally prefer Ollie, but at the end of the day, it's whatever the students wanted.
How many students voted?
We had about 2,000 students vote in this election, a little bit over 2,000. It was a good turn.
Did you like the name of the Ocelot?
No. I voted for Ozzy. I voted for Otto. It's fun, the games.
Are you in an organization, or are you just here for fun and free food?
Fun. And free food.
And free food, very important.
About 200 people volunteer at the event, including Dean Garcia, a biology senior and resident assistant at Casa Bella.
What does it take to organize Orange Crush?
What it takes is a lot of dedication, a lot of motivation, and just to be out here and make all this, tradition for UTB.
For the Collegian News, this is Monica Gudinho.
Casa was filled with excitement as the students enjoyed the student housing complex's first block party. Kayla Contreras checked it out.
About 150 UT Brownsville students played root beer pong, ring toss, and chess August 29th while enjoying hot dogs and hot Cheetos and fruit punch. Douglas Stoves, Assistant Dean of Residential Life and Auxiliary Services, told the Collegian this is the first block party that Casa Bella has hosted.
Well, the purpose of the block party is to have an event where students from Casa Bea and actually from all over campus can come and meet each other. It's the start of the year, and so really for the residents, we want the neighbors to meet the neighbors.
Senior psychology major Nicole Malaya, who has been living at Casa Bea for 4 years, said she enjoyed her time at the block party.
It's fun, I like it, especially throwing the shaving cream in the RA spaces.
Freshman communication major Anthony Gallion has been living at Casa Bea since last spring.
The event is amazing. I hesitated when I got right here to the gate. Reason being, I was the only one in my swim trunks with a towel. So here I am half naked around approximately 100 people that are fully clothed. But I just followed my gut. I listened to my intuition. I pushed myself in, and honestly, this was the best decision I've made all summer. I've met some very influential people here at UTB. I've made some great connections. I've made some great friends just at this one event.
The block party was one of UTB's many Welcome Week activities. For the Collegian News, this is Kayla Contreras.
And now, Brenda Lopez presents this week's segment of In the Real World.
In this week's Real World, we meet Camila Fabela, who participated in the 41st Annual National Flute Convention in New Orleans.
My name is Camila Fabela. I'm a music education major and I'm a sophomore.
Please tell me about your experience at the flute convention.
Well, the flute convention was a lot of fun. First of all, I had most of my friends with me, people that are important to me. I had the instrument that I have chosen, which is a big part of my life. I got to learn, I got to travel. It's a fantastic opportunity that I think everyone should have at least once in their lives to go to something like that that pertains to their interests.
What are your career goals?
Someday I would like to teach music education, a school, a high school, hopefully one day college, become a professor.
What advice will you give to students who have not participated in associations such as this?
Do your research. Really getting in touch with the right people. Just practice hard, audition, and for those of you that are scared, oh, what if I don't make it? What if you do? Just take the chance and go for it.
Why is education important to you?
Education has always been a big part of my life just because of my personality and who I am. It's always been something that's important to me and that interests me. And as a realist in the world, you have to it helps to have a degree if you want a job eventually, which I think most of us do, especially with the economy and the situation that it is currently.
For the Collegian News, I'm Brenda Lopez.
The UT Brownsville volleyball team has started the season 4-0 with a sweep in Missouri. Sergio Mata has our sports roundup.
The Ocelots are off to a great start after going undefeated in their first tournament of the season.
The Ocelots played in the Hampton Inn Classic August 30th and 31st, where they won every match, including the NAIA matchup of the week against number 2 ranked Columbia College. Spring Hill College, Granville University, and Park University also fell to UTB.
I thought we played pretty well. We got off to a little bit of a slow start. It was, first weekend and first game jitters, but after the first game, I thought we played well, and as weekend progressed, we saw a couple of ranked teams, and we continued to get better as the weekend went on.
3 UTB players made the Hampton Inn All-Tourney team, including Danica Markovic, who won the tournament's Most Valuable Player and the Red River Athletic Conference Player of the Week.
It meant a great thing, but it happened last year too that we won early in season and then we lost in semifinals. So we now beat them 3-0, but that doesn't mean that we can just relax. We are coming back to work and we're going to work hard to make sure to win it when we need to win it, which is at the Nationals.
The Ocelots, who are 4-0, will play at Tyler Community College on Friday and Texas College on Saturday.
In other UTB sports, the men's soccer team beat the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma Drovers 3-2 last Thursday on a final second goal by forward Leonardo Medeiros. The team will play at Texas A&M International University in Laredo tonight and against the University of Mobile Rams and William Carey Crusaders in Alabama this weekend. The women's soccer team also defeated the Drovers by a score of 6-2. The team will also face off against the Rams and the Crusaders this weekend. That's it for Sports Roundup. Until next time.
UTB students voted to name the Ocelot mascot Ozzy. In this week's I Think, students give Brenda Lopez their opinion on the name of the university's new mascot.
Like it, I feel it's too sweet and we need a tougher name to intimidate the opponents, I guess in volleyball games and soccer games.
Well, in my opinion, I think the name Ozzy, it's a great name for the school mascot, since before we used to have only the scorpion. Ozzy the Ocelot sounds like a great name for a school mascot. Plus, Ozzy, if you compare it to Oscar or Rio, I think sounds way better because imagine Rio de Ocelot, it wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Oh, even though I'm a TSC student, I think it sounds pretty cool. The name's very catchy. Aussie to Ocelot. Go Ocelots!
Pienso que fue una idea que le agregaran un nombre que se escuchara más fácil para los estudiantes, porque Ocelot a lo mejor no era algo muy apropiado, es el nombre apropiado del animal, pero no era muy apropiado para los estudiantes porque a lo mejor no se sentían muy cómodos utilizándolo. Entonces Ozzy hace que sea más fácil y mejor para todos los estudiantes. A mí sí me gustó el cambio y que agregaran eso.
For the Collegian News, I'm Brenda Lopez.
Thank you for watching the Collegian News. I'm Jonathan Baldwin.
And I'm Victoria Brito. Have a great week.